Hey, my name is Jeremiah Nelson, and this is my Impact on Student Learning Report Reflection for the spring of 2020. The student grade that I taught was K through 5. Knowledge of the student. How did I get familiar with student and learning the name and the knowledge of my student? My student was Devontae McCoy. He's from Newport, Arkansas. He is also a student athlete. He was also a student athlete and played football and have a really deep passion for music. Challenges with my student, there was no real major challenges with Devontae. He just has a lot of energy at times, and overcoming these challenges, I overcame the challenges by asking student to calm down when instructions was being given. Really, just in important moments, and then after that, Devontae take the floor and have fun. Communication with student, teacher, slash professor. I communicated with my teacher through email and by setting up meeting times or staying after class to talk where I may have a problem or lost or have questions about what we're doing. Classroom environment and routine. Classroom environment. Um, Classroom environment was taught in either the classroom, auxiliary gym, or dance room. Influence on classroom management. Classroom students came in, sat down, and prepared to listen to lectures and prepare for the next class in the auxiliary gym where they taught their assigned students. Uh, Influence on learning. Students were able to stay focused and have hands-on experience with teaching. The normal routine, students come in, students come into the classroom, sit in their assigned seat and wait for further instructions from the professor and go over the lesson for the day. And then in the gym, whenever we had class in the gym, students would come in, get on their color dot, and wait for further instructions for the activities planned for the day, where they would go over the objectives and what's expected for the class period. Um, Routine effectiveness. I mean, in my eyes, the routine was very effective because students knew what was required from them every day and knew what to expect out of the day. So, I mean, through going through a routine, and the routine never really changing unless there was a weather condition. But other than that, the routine pretty much stayed the same. Uh, Learning activities and uh, now lesson focus. The main lesson focus was just movement concepts. Objective one. Well, objectives for lesson one. The objectives would have been learn the different pathways and shapes with the body, movement and personal and general space. For lesson two, learn different locomotor skills and self space. For lesson three, would learn to dribble and complete at least 3 out of 5 dribbles without losing control of the ball. Uh, Lesson four would be enough learn rhythm and dance. Lesson five, learn how to use an implement and also how to strike with that implement. Lesson six, uh, learn how to catch and how to monitor the ball, like where the ball is coming after it's been thrown. And, for activities, I said with lesson one, running through the different pathways like we did with the ribbons, with the zigzag, the straight, and the curved pathways. Uh, Lesson two, Go through like a little relay race with the different locomotor skills, whether a gallop, jump, hop, or skip. Lesson 3, I said it will be dribbling with feet around cone using inside feet. Uh, yeah, dribbling around cone using the inside feet. Yeah. Lesson 4, doing the locomotor dance. So after learning the steps and the movement for the dance, having the kids to dance with the music, for fun, which is a pretty fun activity. Lesson 5, striking a ball off the cone. So setting up a little cone and letting the kids get used to swinging and striking, using an implement and striking the ball off the cone and sending it forward. Uh, Lesson 6, I said catching and bagging. So break the students off in teams and have one student on one side and another student on the other side, and the goal is to empty the bag as fast as you can by throwing the object across, and the other kid catching and putting it in another bag. So the fastest team to empty their bag and fill up the other bag, wins the game. Grade level outcome for lesson 1, differentiate between movement and personal and general spacing. And I also said travel in general space with different speeds. Uh, for lesson 2, differentiate between movement and personal and general spacing as well. Perform locomotor skills while maintaining balance. For lesson 3, tap a ball using inside foot and sending it forward, and also dribbling the ball with one hand, attempting a second contact. Lesson 4, perform locomotor skills in response to teacher-led creative dance, and also, differentiating movements and personal and general spacing. I feel like could go there. Lesson 5, strikes a lightweight object with a paddle or short handle racket. Coordination with mentor. I mean, the professor gave out feedback throughout every class that we had. He was always present. He was always there to let us know whether we were doing something right or wrong in ways that we can fix it, or say things a little different or a little better. And he also showed us how to set up for each activity. I mean, whether we was going over the pathways or going over the pathways or going over dribbling with hands and feet or rhythm dance. He showed us how to set up for each one of those activities. Moving down to 6, teaching effectiveness. My strengths. I came to realize that my strengths are, being able to get students involved and making sure that students understand what's going on for the day in the class to, the next class. Improvements, an area that I can improve on is being more confident and keeping the energy up and not letting at-home issues weigh down on me in the work environment. Like, for instance, like something were to happen at home that wouldn't, that where I wouldn't have the same energy that I normally would, making sure I'm not bringing that into the work environment, that I'm keeping the same energy that I brought in since day one with the students, that I'm keeping that throughout the year. Reteaching, if there was anything that I would reteach, I would just add in more game-like activities and more ways that, they can understand the concept of the activity. Conclusion, overall in this class, I learned a lot about what I didn't know about being a teacher and what it really means to be a teacher and the influence that teaching have on kids. I mean, yeah. So, that's it for my impact on student learning report reflection. If If you have any questions, just let me know. Thank you. Have a great day.